Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to put new cleats on this 1971 Puma big mouth track. So we tore the chassis down to put new drivers in. Now is the time to get these changed. This is going to apply to any of your John Deeres, your Polarises, later cats that use a cleated track. It's going to be the same process. They're just going to be different cleats. Probably the same rivets and the same tools. So stay with me, it's a big job, but we'll take a look at this track, see what's going on and why we're deciding to go down this road. So pitter patter, let's get to work. All right, so here's what we got going on. So the track itself is in decent shape, but we've got some cleats with missing rivets. We got some that are broken. Overall, it looks like it's been sitting in a class 5 gravel barn, and that really tends to rust things up. You're gonna see over here, you've got a lot of rivets that are really, really rusty. Now we're really lucky because these are not the factory solid rivets. So we've got a lot of rivets to do. We've got 12 per cleat times 36, but at least these drill out or these chisel off pretty easy. So again, you're gonna see just some pretty good rust, and it's time for this track to get a little new life in it. So most of the time what you're seeing are these wear out right where the high faxes go. In this case, not too bad, but we're able to source some new cleats, and we'll talk about that. So we're gonna change them all out. Stay with me. Okay, so here's the tools we're gonna need and the supplies to get this job done. We're gonna need a rivet gun like this. We're pulling 3/16 rivets. This one will do a 1/4 inch rivet. You can get these at Harbor Freight. You can get these at Northern Tool. I'll put a link in the description down below, and you'll be able to check those out. The next thing you're gonna need are rivets. Now, these are a double steel 3/16 by 3/8 of an inch long. We'll take a little bit closer shot of that so you can see what's going on there. The next thing you need are obviously cleats. We sourced these from Dr. Mario or Don Sukop. He's more of a Polaris guy, but he does generate the 17-inch cat cleats that we need for this. There's other cleats he doesn't make, but we just happen to get lucky and be able to get 36 of these for this Puma track. So here's a little better shot of those rivets. So these come from a company called Fastneer. Again, they're a double steel, so a steel shank and a steel body, 3/16 diameter, 3/8 length, large button head. I'll put a link in the description to the eBay auction where I buy these. Here is a close-up of the bag. Gives you the grip range. You could probably buy these from Fastenal instead of Fastneer, Fastenal, but it's easy to get them on eBay, and they seem to never run out of them. So I've done 3 tracks so far. Good to go. Okay, so normally I'm using an air drill, but just to keep you guys from ears getting blasted, I'm gonna be using a DeWalt. This is a number 10 drill bit or a 3/16. And then just a hammer and a chisel. Now there's one way you can do this is by air chiseling them off on this side. But because I'm an aircraft mechanic and it's got nice centering drills, you just simply so you can see I'm through the head of the rivet, and that's it. Repeat 300 times. Mint. One thing to think about are these track guides. Now this Puma has 2 of them in a row every 3rd row. And my Lynx will have 1 every other. So I'm gonna just put this one back just as I found it. But normally these track guides, you'll see a lot of wear on the sides on some high mileage machines. But in this one, I'm just gonna put them back just the way they are. Every 3rd row, 2 of them. So once I get the last of the rivets out, you can just simply pop this cleat off. And it can be a bit of a bugger, but usually They come right off. Usually. Sometimes a little persuasion. Now I like to do 3/4 at a time, because if you take all these cleats out, this webbing gets all wobbly and it's really hard to work with. So I just do 3/4 at a time. So one thing I do notice is that there's a lot of rust on this cleat, and you can see that there's rust left over. So I will take a wire brush and clean all this off so I have a nice clean rubber surface before I put that new cleat on. All right, so when I'm not filming, I do work a little differently. A lot of times I'll take this track and I'll roll it over vertically, and I'll put like a piece of wood or something in here, because you're fighting gravity all the time. But for this purpose, you simply preload your rivets up with the new cleat. You work your way all the way down. So now that you got that done, you admire your visual progress. But you got to keep going. You got 35 more to go. Mint. All right, so you guys have seen about 1/3 of the brain damage of getting this job done. So I got just about 10 cleats done here. I have not put the clips back on because we're gonna get those cleaned up and painted. But anyways, probably won't have you endure any more of it. I'll see you at the end when this track is all done. Pitter patter, we're still working. Yes! Hey, thanks for staying with me and going through this whole track redo. We changed about 400 rivets, we changed bent cleats, and we changed rusty, and we changed broken cleats. This should serve that 71 Puma well and last a really long time. Pitter patter, we got to work, we got the job done. See you on the next one.